Welcome back to Kitchen Quickies. Today we're going to be using one main ingredient, the humble sausage, and we're going to turn it into 3 dishes. The first one is going to be a sausage McMuffin, one of the best diner breakfasts, and I'm going to show you how to bring it home. The second one is going to be a sausage and fennel ragu, delicious, spicy, perfect for lunch. And the third dish is going to be a sausage and bean stew, perfect for the family, easy to do, one pot. Let's get going. Let's start off with a banger. It's the sausage McMuffin, everyone's favorite breakfast, and it's so simple to make. Let's go. You'll need only a few ingredients, but obviously you're going to want to use some good quality pork sausage. Open up the pork sausage meat from their casings. Alternatively, you can just buy sausage meat, but the whole point of Kitchen Quickies is buying one main ingredient and making multiple dishes. These sausages are well seasoned, but I'm just going to add a touch of garlic powder to recreate that famous McMuffin flavour. You could always fry off a small piece to test the seasoning if it needs more salt or pepper or garlic. You always got to wet your hands before handling your meat. Roll them into a ball and flatten to make a patty. You can make it as thick as you want. Then just fry the patties off in a frying pan with a touch of oil. You will know when they're cooked when you just give them a little poke and it's a little firm to the touch. And then just remove them onto some absorbent paper to remove any of that excess oil. Now let's start putting this muffin together. Gently toast the muffin on each side, butter it really well, and then top it off with your sausage patty. Now let's fry off the eggs. In a frying pan, cook the eggs in a metal ring just like so and break up the egg yolks a little bit. Add a little touch of water around the outside and then cover with a lid. This will just help the egg steam as it fries, getting the best of both worlds here. Season the egg yolk a little bit with some salt and pepper. Carefully remove the egg from the metal ring and then just top off the sausage patty with your egg. I'm going to finish this now with a slice of American cheese, but you can go with any type of cheese you'd like. Now let's cut and serve this. Whoa, look at that. Well, as soon as it's Father's Day today, let's get the main man himself, my main man, that is, to come taste it. Come on in. Take your time.
Hi everybody, hi.
This is a sausage McMuffin.
Yeah.
Now imagine the kids have spruced this up first thing in the morning for you.
Yeah, like Mac and D's drive-through, right?
Bit better.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, we'll see. This looks pretty cool. So
got some juicy egg, free range, top of the line sausages from the butchers.
It's good. I think it's just missing maybe a sauce.
Ooh.
Could have tomato sauce.
Brown sauce for me.
Brown sauce if you're in the UK.
Chili sauce?
You don't know what that is, look it up. It's awesome. Chili sauce? Yeah, maybe go off-piste. A little bit of crispy chili oil.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Now, I'll take the rest of it then.
Yeah, all right, thanks very much. So this is one of 3. Breakfast done, Father's Day. Pretty stoked. Yeah, first one's a banger.
Literally.
On to the next one.
Oh, all right. Let's give this a go. I think we've all been there, driving along the highway, you're tired, you're hungry, and you go and get one of these sausage muffins or an egg muffin, and it's satisfying as hell. And it was so simple to put together. So I'm just gonna wrap these, you can actually wrap these up, just leave the cheese out, but you can cook these ahead, put them in some parchment paper, then you can store them in the freezer and then just bring them back to life in the microwave or an air fryer. Job done.
So yummy.
The next one is what I call sausage and fennel ragu. It is delicious. It's a great one for meal prepping and making ahead. And I like, you know me, I like to spice it up a little. So I'm gonna use some nduja, which is like this spicy sausage meat. Anyway, it's delicious. I recommend you give it a go. First things first, we're going to slice up some onion for the base. What I love about this dish is you can make it in bulk or you can do as little as you want. And it's fantastic with pasta or on bread. I'm using this little pasta that we came across when we were in Italy, and I found it in the supermarket the other day, and honestly the guys love it, the kids love it, because it's like a cross between a gnocchi and a pasta. So slightly potatoey. It's called maludor. I'm really sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Anyway, I go on. Let's slice up some onion. I'm gonna dice it pretty fine. Lovely. So we've got one diced onion. My garlic's gone walkabout. There we go. Let's get 2 big cloves of garlic. Oops, crushed that a bit too much. Now, I got those lovely sausages from earlier. I'm probably going to use about 6 sausages for today's lunch. Again, use as many as you'd like. So we're removing it from the skin. Just makes it a lot easier to cook with. You can just leave it on, chop it all up and put it into the frying pan, but I want to make a ragu, so I'm going to get rid of the skin. How many did I say we'll use? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll save those for later. Now, these sausages have really got a lovely flavour, so they don't really need much flavouring at all adding into it. But I want to add some whole fennel seeds into this ragu because fennel and sausage is a freaking winning combination. Highly recommend you give this one a go. Right, now I got all that lovely skin off. I'm gonna heat up my pan. Some good quality olive oil into a pan. You won't need a lot of oil. I mean, I just put in a lot of oil, but you won't need a lot of oil because obviously the pork and the nduja is going to be quite fatty and oily. So first things first, I'm going to wait for that to heat up. Helps if you turn the induction up. And then we're going to fry off all the pork to get a really nice colour. I recommend breaking it up because otherwise you're just going to get really big clumps of sausage meat. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a big lump of sausage meat, but it just gives a bit of nice mouthful of ragu when it's all broken up a bit more. And it cooks a bit more evenly and faster. Right, make sure it doesn't burn. Turn that down a bit. Sausage meat is very sticky. This is actually one of those first recipes that I learned as a kid, would you believe? Or when my parents were teaching me how to cook and look after myself, I would learn how to make this from, because it's so cheap. So I'd make it with sausages and peppers. Obviously I couldn't afford anything like nduja and white wine when I was younger, but it's a fantastic recipe, so super adjustable and accessible if you want to cook for family. I'm just going to turn that down now, and I'm going to add in, oh, sod it, I'll get my hands in there. So the nduja is just like the sausage, it's going to have this skin on it. And I'm just going to break it up in my hands. This is quite a lot, but I know that my husband loves it really spicy and flavourful. It's all going to go in. And remember to wash your hands. Definitely don't go touching your sausage after handling that nduja. Right, let's give this a mix around. Ooh. That pepper, ooh, nice and spicy. If you can't find fresh nduja, I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. I've always been told it's something like that. I already heard it described as nduja. But if you can't get hold of it, I've seen you can get like maybe a paste. I've seen that in the fridge and supermarkets as well, but it's always good to try and source the real deal. Right, now the onion and garlic's gonna go in. Let's go a bit of bay leaf and some fresh thyme. Does need a little bit more oil. I'm just going to let that brown and get a nice colour and saute on. Next, I got some fresh fennel seeds. Put that there. And they're just basically going to cook and sweat in that lovely oils. Put that down. Stir in. Wow, so aromatic. I love them. Do a little bit more. Just thinking I should have put the onions and garlic in first to sweat a bit before the ragu, but hey ho. It's still going to be delicious. Right, now it's time for my favourite part. A good splash of white wine. Again, if you're cooking for children, you don't have to use this. I really scrape up that bottom there. Oh, sod it. Let's use the whole bottle. Wow, it smells so good. I don't know about you, but I love cooking these one pot style dishes. They just make your life so much easier when you're thinking about what to cook and you don't want too much washing up to do. Just all bung it into one pan. What about you guys? Right, what I'm looking for here, and I hope you can see, is that the white wine is just going to evaporate away and it's just going to leave behind this lovely sauce. Yeah, see, it's just pretty much all disappeared there. That tells me when it's ready to go in with the tomatoes. Don't forget to season. I mean, the nduja is going to be quite peppery anyway, but I'm just going to put a splash of pepper. Sprinkle of pepper, splash of pepper. Right, so that is nearly done. I'm just going to let that simmer away for a little bit longer so that all that tomatoes and everything, it just infuses and stews a bit more. But that's pretty much done. So I'm going to cook no, the induction doesn't want to play ball. I hate technology. Right, I'm gonna cover it. And let's cook the pasta. So this type of pasta, as I poorly pronounced earlier, is a cross between a gnocchi and a pasta. So, it looks rather small. If you wanna come have a look close up. It's all nice and small and ridged, but it will grow in size. So into some salted boiling water. And I absolutely love using this sort of like small shell type of pasta for when I do ragus, because then all the sauce and the bit of meat get caught in the pasta shells, and then it's really delightful to eat. But you can use any type of pasta, or like I said, you can put it on bread and have it on toast, any way you'd like. All right, so the pasta's doubled in size, so I'm going to strain it off. Get a little bit of that pasta water in there. Turn that off. Just looking for my large spoon. Wow, that smells amazing. Give it a good taste. Ooh, that packed a punch. Wow, far out, that is spicy. Right, so got my cooked pasta. I'm just gonna add this ragu to the pasta. Put the pasta the other way around, but I'm gonna save some of this ragu for later, another dish. It's one of those ones that is just great for the freezer. because I put some of that pasta water in here, just helps like create this lovely sauce. Let's go a little bit more. Okay, so put this aside. So it's really simple as that. We just need to serve it up. And I think it's just one of those dishes that it's just really, really surprising to make from a simple, humble sausage. Who knew sausages could be that exciting? Or this exciting? That's a lot. That is a big portion. And of course, finish it off with some Parmesan. Wow, fantastic. Well, I know you've been eyeing this up from behind the camera lens, so come try it, babe. Oh, you're there.
With pleasure. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. Yeah, obviously I know this dish well. It's one of my favourites. It's really, really good. But for those
extra spicy for you today.
For those out there
special day
who I'm gonna make this and just want to know how it tastes. Got this almost like really rich, fiery flavour. Smoky, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. And the pasta's like got that nice al dente chewiness to it. It's really fun.
It's got a nice mouthfeel, hasn't it?
I think even if you don't like pasta, it's different. I think that's like a family favourite. Obviously the boys will find that way too spicy.
I know, but I thought that I would just, you know, this is just something for you and I.
Well, it's Father's Day, so I don't really care what they're eating. This is my number 2 meal of the day, so I'm stoked. I'm loving today. This is great.
Yeah,
so,
you're not sick of your sausages yet?
No, bring on the snags. It's a snag sausage party, isn't it?
You invited me to your sausage party. Dang.
I'll be taking this with me as well, so thank you very much.
On to the next dish. So the last dish is one of my favourite ones, and it's so simple. It's a play on the sausages and beans, so it's sausage and beans stew. So it's really, really easy. We're going to use up some of our sausages, and we're going to use a mixture of organic white beans, also known like cannellini beans, Haricot beans, and I've probably got the world's largest pepper here. Look at the size of that, it's a big handful. It's a good size. I'm just going to lob off the end. Remove that. I'm not going to waste that top, actually. I'm just going to remove the core. Give this a slice up. Really doesn't need to be fancy, just chop it all up. Remove some of that core that left over. Right, and slice this up. Run my knife along the edge there. It really is a lot of pepper. Wow. Well, I hope you're enjoying this episode so far. I've definitely had a lot of fun. A day full of sausages is always a good day. Stop it, Liz. Stop it. Sorry, Mum. Actually, this is too much pepper, so I'm going to save some of that for a salad, but this will be plenty. Right, let's lob that in there. So that's the vegetable part. Also, the main base is going to be this sliced red onion. You can use red, you can use brown. I like the flavour from red onion in a stew. Or this casserole. Oh my goodness. Wow, what the heck? What the heck? Just slice it up. It's the end of the day now, so I'm not being fussy about the slicing here. What an absolute mess this onion's making. Good grief. It's all over my hands. All right. Now to spice it up, I'm going to use a little bit of chorizo. I'm going to cut it up into like little knobs, little pieces. Just little barrel roll it. I'm using a picante chorizo, so it means slightly on the spicier side. Honestly, this is fantastic in this stew. But you just want to do small little bite-sized pieces. Wonderful. I'm just gonna crush up this garlic. Sorry, slice up, crush up. It's the end of the day now. Nearly there. You're gonna wanna whip out your sausage and oil them before you give them a good old toss. Oh my God. I can't help it, it's an episode on sausages. There's bound to be a snag or two. Oh, classic Liz. Right, you just want to leave them in their casings. My hands are too oiled up now, sorry. Right, I'm going to heat up my pan. Again, it's one of these one pot dishes that just saves so much time in washing up. Because I oiled up the sausages, they just need to go in. You don't need to oil too much in the pan itself. We're just going to give them a really nice colour. It's time to cook. I did end up putting some oil in there because I don't want my snags to catch. So in they go. And you just want to turn and toss your sausages until they get a nice colour on them. Oh, that was connected. The sausages might come out of their casings, don't worry about that. They look so Behave, Liz. Welcome to my channel if you just tuned in. I'm just a filth bag, I'm sorry. I just can't help it. I've been around chefs for far too long. Come on, if you can't make fun out of food and having fun with it, what's the point? Right, now there's a good colour on those. In goes the onions. And garlic. And let's stick in our chorizo as well. This nice wide pan is perfect for this dish. Turn it down. We just want to sweat and colour the veg and meat before we go on to the next step. Right, you can see here some of the oils from the chorizo is coming out. That's great. Now it's time for the peppers to go in. Keep everything moving, give it a good old toss. Well, my sausages want to keep coming out the wrappers.
Pretty standard, huh?
Easy now. Easy, tiger. Need to get through this one episode. I really wanted to do this dish or this episode on the barbecue outside, because imagine putting this in a cast iron pan in the barbecue, in the wood fire oven. Oh, the smokiness, like, delicious. But the weather is shocking in the UK, and I think we need to move somewhere warm. How does LA sound? Australia. Would any of you take us? Right. And on to my favorite part. Some wine. Although I'm not drinking at the moment, so this is just to add to the sauce, to add flavor. I saw this in the shops, this Portuguese wine, and it just reminded me of our trips recently to Lisbon, and I absolutely loved it there, so I had to go and give it a go. Whew. Oh, smells great. The good old dash. Again, you don't need to add this in if you're cooking for kids, but we're just burning off all the alcohol anyway. Look at that. I'm gonna add some herbs now. I'm gonna get some parsley as well. Right, next up I'm going to add in some tinned tomatoes. Ooh, squelchy noise. Just add a little bit of water to that tin to get the rest of the tomato out. Make sure all of that's tucked in. Just turn it down a little bit. It's getting a little bit hot over that corner. Smush up that. Right, to finish this up, we're going to use two types of beans. We've got the, like I said, white beans, cannellini beans, and some haricot beans. So these are like the ones that you use for baked beans. Oh, come on, Liz. I could deadlift 150, but I can't do this. Oh, there we go. What I like about this particular brand is the stock is delicious, so I'm just going to add all of that in. I would if it came out the jar. Give it a little finger there. There we go. Alright, and I decanted the haricot beans because I don't want to add too much liquid to the stew. Perfect. Now let's just stir everything in. It looks quite simple right now, but honestly, this is a winner. One of those sort of weekday meals that I would make. Everybody loves. Can't get enough of it. Oh, where's the heat gone? There we go. Right, some freshly cut parsley. I'm going to give them a good wash. Freshly cut parsley, I just freshly picked parsley. My goodness, my head's everywhere today. Right, I'm just going to now pick the parsley from the stems. Oh, this one's looking a bit old. I have a parsley plant in the garden and it has just gone haywire for some reason. It's the only thing that is growing in our garden this miserable summer, which is great because it's one of those herbs that I always have to buy from the shop, and I hate to because it goes off really quickly. I'm gonna save all these stems into a little stasher, pop it in the freezer, because this is valuable for making any stocks. Where's my knife? There we go. So, I'm gonna roll up, layer them all. Bloody hell, come on. And then roll them up. And finely slice. Parsley just adds a really nice sort of flavour to finish your dishes. Really freshen and brightens up something that's quite rich. That's simmering away really nicely. There we go. Wonderful. Let's give this a turn. Right. I'm going to add the parsley to the dish. And that is the third and final sausage dish. Oh, that was a big mouthful to say. And this is the third and final dish of the day. Bean and sausage stew. Fantastic. Right, so that is 3 dishes done. That's enough sausages for me today, but let's bring on my favourite sausage of them all.
Woo! Thank you very much. Father's Day this year has been amazing. 3 awesome dishes. So this is the last one.
Yep.
Give it a go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use the golden spoon.
The golden spoon. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to go in for the beans first. Got a bit of that chorizo. Got a bit of the beans.
Yeah.
It tastes like
good palate.
a good, yeah. It's almost like I've watched the video come together. Yeah, really, really tasty.
It's easy to give him a hard time because he's always behind the camera and never in front. You know, well, I hope you enjoyed it, hun. Like,
I did. I'm very, very thankful. Thank you. And
well, happy Father's Day, and happy
thanks.
Father's Day to all of you out there.
Happy
stepfathers, new fathers, fathers-to-be. I hope you have a lovely day.
Yeah, I hope you like this sausage sizzle. It was good fun.
I said to Steele that I really wanted to do an episode on sausages, and we had to do it.
Yeah, we had to kind of cram in as many awkward jokes as possible.
Well, we just hope you had a lovely time. If you've really liked this episode, please do give us a thumbs up. And that is the second part of Kitchen Quickies. Second and final part of Kitchen Quickies, actually, because now we're going to...
A lot of time gets put into the names of these shows.
We have fun. Yeah. And that is the second part of Kitchen Quickies and final part, where we're going to now move those over to our short format, so our shorts. So if you haven't checked them out, go and have a look. This is falling down already.
Paid actor, right?
I'm not. Oh, that is. I hope you have a lovely day, guys. See you next week.
Ciao.